The following entries were discovered in a weathered journal found in apartment 3B, dated from March 5th to March 15th, 2002. The tenant, Alex R., vanished without a trace on March 16th, 2002. No signs of forced entry, no indication of a struggle. The door was locked from the inside. What follows are Alex's final writings, transcribed exactly as they were found. Entry 1, the first glimpse. It started with a flicker, the hallway light. I live alone on the third floor of a small apartment building, mostly retirees and students. It's quiet, or at least it was. I'm a freelance designer, meaning I spend a lot of late nights here, working in complete silence, headphones on, the kind of silence that's almost oppressive when you've been alone for too long. But then, 3 weeks ago, something changed. It was around 2 a.m. The hallway light began flickering. It wasn't like the usual dimming. No, it was frantic. Flicker, flicker, as though it was trying to communicate something, Morse code, if you will, urgent and desperate. I stood there watching it, trying to make sense of it. Old wiring? Maybe. But then, I glanced out the window. Across the street, standing in the shadows of the opposite building, there was someone. A man. Or at least I think it was a man. At first, I thought nothing of it, but as I watched him, something started to gnaw at me. His arms were too long, way too long. His hands hung far too low, almost unnatural, reaching for something I couldn't see. And he didn't move. Not even when a car passed, its headlights illuminating him, throwing his shadow across the street. He didn't flinch. He didn't step back. He was just there, still. I stood by the window for what felt like hours. He never moved. I told myself I was overreacting, that it was just some guy standing around. But I didn't sleep that night. Entry 2. Patterns. March 5th. It's happening again. Every night, without fail, he appears. First across the street, then behind the building. Then last night, he was standing in the alley beside my unit. Closer. Always closer. Every night, he gets closer. I've tried to look at his face, tried to figure out who or what he is. But every time I try, something weird happens. My vision glitches, like static on a broken TV. My eyes can't focus on him. I can't see him. It's like my brain refuses to allow it. I snapped a photo last night. When I looked at it later, all I saw was my own reflection staring back at me through the window. But no figure, no man, just me. Why do I keep looking? Why can't I stop? Entry 3. Jake. March 7th. I saw Jake tonight. You're probably wondering, who's Jake? Well, he was my brother. He died 4 years ago. Cancer. Too young. Too soon. But tonight, I saw him standing outside the convenience store. He was slouched, hoodie pulled up, just like he used to. Same posture, same nervous tick. His fingers tapping on the sleeve, over and over again. I called out to him, "Jake!" But when he turned the corner, I ran after him, and there was no one there. Just the empty street. Why Jake? Why now? Why does it have to be him?
Entry 4. Belief. March 8th. I've always believed in spirits. Not in ghosts or hauntings, but in the idea that souls can get trapped. That if they don't find peace, they'll wander. Maybe even get twisted with time. I thought about Jake, and maybe he never moved on. Maybe his spirit was still here. But why come back like this? Why haunt me? I called my mom. I told her everything, the flickering light, the man outside. She didn't say anything for a long time. And then she told me something that froze me solid. "You need to come home," she said. Her voice was shaking. "Shadows clinging to you." I couldn't understand. "Mom, what does that mean?" But she wouldn't answer, just told me to come home now. I booked a flight for 2 days later. I didn't know those 2 days would be the last I would ever feel safe. Entry 5, The Voice. March 9th. I was brushing my teeth tonight when I heard it. Jake's voice. It came from the hallway, just behind the front door. "Open the door." I froze. The toothpaste dripped down my chin. The voice sounded wrong. It was rasping, strained, like someone imitating Jake, trying to sound like him but failing miserably. I crept to the door, heart thundering in my chest, and I looked through the peephole. No one. But the voice kept coming. "Open the door." God help me. I wanted to. I wanted to open that door more than anything, to see him, to know he was still here. But I didn't. Entry 6, The Scratches. March 10th. It's happening more now. Things are moving on their own. Drawers left ajar, food gone, and the lights? I didn't leave them on. There's something in the apartment that's off. And then I saw the messages, etched into the surfaces of the apartment, scratched, deep and deliberate. On the bathroom mirror, the stove vent, the bedroom window. It watches. You blinked. Closer now. I called maintenance. They said it was mice. Mice don't etch words into glass. I found out today I'm not the first. The woman in Unit 307 moved out 2 months ago, left everything behind. I wouldn't have known, except her mail kept getting sent to me. One envelope had no return address, just a note inside. You see him too, don't you? I asked the landlord about her. His face drained when I brought it up. She had an episode, he said. I looked her up. She had vanished. The apartment was locked from the inside. No struggle. Her final blog entry? He's behind the mirror. He wears me when I sleep. I covered every mirror that night. Sheets, towels, blankets. Anything to block my reflection. Because I swear, it wasn't me in the mirror anymore. It started small. I'd blink, and it wouldn't. I'd turn, and my reflection would lag behind. Then last night, it smiled. I haven't smiled in days. That's when I understood. It wasn't watching me from the mirror. It was watching through it.
Entry 8. The Thing Inside. 2 nights ago, I woke up in the living room. My fingertips were raw, nails cracked. I had been clawing at the glass, the window. The glass had cracked from the inside. I don't remember getting up. I don't remember dreaming. Except, I do. I dreamt I was sitting in the rocking chair, watching myself sleep. My reflection was smiling. My eyes were hollow. Entry 9. Nowhere left. March 14th. I tried to leave. I made it 5 blocks before I saw him again. Standing across the street,
reflected in every glass surface, every car, every window. Like a curse, a mirrored shadow. No one else saw him. No one else reacted. I screamed. No one turned. Final entry. March 15th. I don't know how long I've been writing. The sun hasn't risen in days. Every clock is dead. My phone won't turn on. They're scratching inside the walls, a weight behind them. And my reflection? It's not copying me anymore. It's learning. It moves first. It smiles first. It waits for me to catch up. I think it's already inside. On August 12, 2025, authorities entered Apartment 3B for a welfare check. The door was locked from the inside. No one was found. No signs of struggle. No forced entry. Just an empty apartment. Every mirror, every reflective surface had been shattered. And on the bedroom wall, written in a dark, unidentifiable substance, was the last message of Alex R. I blinked.